Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever. And we're gonna talk about how the Milwaukee Bucks beat the Atlanta Hawks 112 to 110. The Hawks go to 20 and 25 and 7 and 13 at home. The Bucks go to 18 and 24 at 9 and 14 on the road. The Bucks won the first quarter 20 to 19. They did win that second quarter 34 to 19. You would thought that it would be over at that point, but then the Hawks had a 34 to 26 third quarter and a 38 to 32 fourth quarter for them to take the lead over the Bucks, who led this game by double figures for a lot of it. And then they actually ended up losing the lead and losing the game by the end of the game, mainly because every starter for the Bucks scored in double figures, and they all had a rebound or more. They all had an assist or more, and so did the bench, showing consistent play no matter what lineup was out there. Giannis Kumpo, 30 minutes, 21 points, all layups, all dunks. Not really hard for him to do it. He's just so smart and so good at knowing how to get to the ball, knowing how to get in deep positions, and knowing how to use his body and his length to his full advantage. 7 to 12 from the field, 0 1 from 3, 7 to 12 from the free throw line. He did end up having 17 rebounds. That was game high. 6 assists to go along with 3 turnovers, 1 steal in the block, 3 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and a -8 and plus minus. It had to be good to see your team win without you having a crazy dominant game like he can have and like he has been having this year. He complained about his teammates always losing the lead. They was mainly able to keep it enough to win the game. Even though, like I said, they did lose the lead late in the game, but they still was able to come out on top and win. Kyle Kuzma, 31 minutes, 10 points, 3 of 9 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 blocks. He had 2 personal fouls also and finished as a -16 and plus minus. He hit the wide open 3. He was able to get to the basket and create some contact throughout this game. Obviously, you would like him to be more efficient, but he did a lot of things well in this one besides just score missed shots. Miles Turner, he was splashing those threes. He went 4 or 6 from 3. They left him open. He took it. He didn't have no regret because it was going in this game. But he did finish 5 of 10 from the field, and he had some good looks. That wasn't 3-pointers, too, that he just didn't make. But he did have 14 points in 28 minutes. He had 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers. He also had 2 personal fouls and was a -7 and plus minus. And then AJ Green, he took all 3. Some of them was tough looks, some of them was rushed looks, some of them was quality looks. But he made half of them, 6 of 12 from 3. That was only field goals, and finished with 18 points in 42 minutes. The 42 minutes was the most off the bench. The most in the starting lineup and in the game for the Bucks. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and a +14 and plus minus. And Ryan Rollins, 29 minutes, 14 points, 6 of 12 also from the field. But he was able to get to the paint into that mid range. But he did make a 3. He went 1 of 4 from 3 to 0 tonight. He also went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He did have 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, and a block. He almost fouled out of this one. That's why he didn't play a lot of minutes. He only played 29, and 5 fouls was one of the biggest reasons why. And a -5 and plus minus. Bobby Portis, 24 minutes, finishing with 19 points. And he shot 8 of 15 from the field and 3 of 7 from 3. 3 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, 2 personal fouls, and a +6 and plus minus. He needed to space the floor for Giannis and those guys to be able to operate the way they wanted to. He splashed in a lot of threes in this one. He also was able to get close to the basket and finish that way too. Bobby Portis has been a really good, consistent offensive player for the Bucks all season, and since he's been here in the Milwaukee and then with the Bucks, and he continues that this season. It seems like he's going to be in that conversation for 6th man of the year. We'll see if he can get it. Pete Nance, 15 minutes, 5 points, 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. He did have 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals with a block. He also had 1 personal foul, 1 offensive rebound, and +13 and plus minus. Him filling up the stat sheet on both ends of the court, offense and defense, is really impressive and really good, especially because he only missed 1 shot too. and then he helped out on the boards, and that was much needed because the game got really close, and they can have any help that they can get. Gary Harris, 15 minutes, he had 2 points. He missed his only shot, which was a three-pointer, but he did go 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He also had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals, 0 personal fouls, and was a plus 10 and plus minus. And Kevin Porter Jr. didn't start. He played 28 minutes. That was the most off the bench. He had 9 points. He went 2 of 5 from the field and 5 of 5 from the free throw line. He's hard to guard sometimes because of his height, his athleticism, his handle, and his patience sometimes can work out for him. He did get some good assists by giving up the ball early and often and finding his teammates. And then it was just up to them to figure out if they want to shoot it or pass it on to somebody else. He had 7 assists mainly because of that. He also had the most rebounds with 6. The 7 assists was the most in the game for the Bucks. 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, and 3 personal fouls. And he finished as a plus 3 and plus minus. And then Atlanta Hawks, they gave what they could. They got down big, and they thought that they might have to do a whole lot of things right. The crowd never gave up on them. The crowd believed in them, and it all did make sense until they lost. But they gave themselves a chance, and that's all you can really want. Corey Kispert didn't play that great. 20 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 4 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line. He had to make a couple of those if they was going to win this one. He did have 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, and a personal foul, a plus 5 and plus minus. And Yeka Kanwu, 34 minutes, 4 points, 0 of 6 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He did get 10 boards. You're used to seeing him score more points than just 4. He just couldn't make the open looks that he had in this one. 4 assists and a turnover, 2 steals and a block, 4 offensive rebounds, 5 personal fouls. Yeah, he almost fouled out. He also has a minus 9 and plus minus. You got like the effort and the energy that he was playing, especially on the boards and defensively, getting those steals and getting those blocks show you that he wasn't quitting on the team, and he felt like he can still impact the team, although he wasn't scoring that much. And then Jalen Johnson, 40 minutes, 28 points, 11 of 24 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, 3 of 6 from the free throw line. He finished with a double-double because he ended up having 16 rebounds. He took a lot of threes in this one. He made half. You have to like that. He still didn't fear getting to the basket and getting to those mid-range type of areas. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. But he did get 6 assists and 2 turnovers in the block. He also had 5 offensive rebounds, and he also had 2 personal fouls. Was a plus 16 and plus minus. And Nikhil, he's been one of their better offensive players. It happens again in this one. 39 minutes, 32 points. He ended up taking 20 shots and made 9 of them. He also went 7 of 16 from 3, meaning that mainly all his shots was 3-pointers. He made it at a good enough percentage where you'll take it because he also went 7 of 7 from the free throw line. He also had 6 rebounds, 6 assists, no turnovers, 1 steal in the block, 1 personal foul, and was a minus 1 and plus minus. And Dyson Daniels, 30 minutes, 17 points, 8 of 16 from the field. He did a lot of cutting to the rim, and then it was just up to him to see if he can finish it or knock it down. And then he also went 1-1 from the free throw line. He had a double-double because he had 10 assists. He was reading the defense real good and being smart of how he was distributing the ball. If they was cutting or even if they was getting open for threes, he was able to find them basically consistently in this game, even in transition. He also had 9 boards, 2 turnovers, 3 steals. He's getting better with that again. And he had a block. He did almost foul out, though, with 5 personal fouls. That's a big reason why he only played 30 minutes. And he also did have 3 offensive rebounds out of the 9 and 0 in a plus minus. Muhammad played 10 minutes, had 2 points. He went 1 of 3 from the field. He missed his only 3-point shot. He had 3 rebounds, 1 turnover, and a steal. He also had 1 offensive rebound, no personal foul, and was a minus 8 and plus minus. Newell, he played 12 minutes and had 6 points. He went 3 of 5 from the field and 0 of 1 from 3. He also had 1 turnover, 1 steal in the block, 1 personal foul, was a minus 3 and plus minus. CJ McCollum is still being one of their best players, especially offensively. 24 minutes, he had 17 points. He went 5 of 11 from the field. Did a good job of scoring in the paint and knocking down threes from the perimeter. He went 2 of 4 from 3. He also got to the free throw line because of his handle and his ability to get that first step. Then not being afraid of contact allowed him to get six attempts. He only missed one of them, went 5 or 6 from the free throw line. He also did have 3 assists and 3 rebounds and two turnovers. He also had one block, 3 personal fouls, was a plus 17 and plus minus. Luke Kennard, 2 points. He had that in 10 minutes. He made his only shot. He did also have 3 rebounds and the assist. No turnovers, one offensive rebound out of the three. 0 personal fouls and was a minus 19 and plus minus. And then Krejci played 20 minutes. He ended up missing every single shot that he took, which all was threes. Then he also had 2 assists and 1 personal foul and a minus 8 and plus minus 96 field goals, 41% for the Hawks. 79 field goals for the Bucks. They made theirs at 49%. 36 threes by the Bucks, 44% is what they made it at. 42 threes by the Hawks. They made theirs at 29%. 25 free throws was attempted by the Bucks. They made 72% of them. 24 was attempted by the Hawks. 83% was made of those. 51 rebounds for the Hawks, 47 for the Bucks. 24 assists for the Bucks, 33 for the Hawks. 10 turnovers for the Hawks, only 13 for the Bucks. 8 steals for the Bucks, 9 for the Hawks. 6 blocks for the Hawks. They both had that. Both teams did. 14 offensive rebounds for the Hawks, 4 for the Bucks. 43 defensive rebounds for the Bucks, 37 for the Hawks. 19 personal fouls for the Hawks, 20 for the Bucks. And the Bucks was able to outperform them by shooting the ball better and being aggressive while still letting things open up for them. The Hawks did catch back up. They did put themselves in a position where they can possibly steal the game after being down by double figures. Just didn't happen in this one. Not enough time, not enough opportunities. And you just got to give credit to the Bucks for knocking down enough free throws to put themselves ahead and playing good enough defense to get a stop on CJ. He had to work real hard to get his shot off, and it was a bad shot by the time he got it off, and that was good enough to keep them ahead to be able to win the game, and that's what they came to do. That's how they got it done. Can't complain, can't be mad about it, and at the end of the day, they won. And if you are a Hawks fan, it just sucks them being an up and down team. 1 minute they look decent, 1 minute they look bad. 1 minute they look okay, 1 minute they look great. And it got to be frustrating for the Hawks fans, but the Bucks fans should feel the same. A lot of the games that they should have won this year, they lost, and they did win some ones like this where it's like, how come you couldn't beat that other team the other night? But when you're an okay team, it can be that way, and it's tough because you always feel like they should blow it up, or you always feel like you're not really making no progress, or you're not really getting nowhere. But, that's the situation that both of these teams find themselves in. And we'll see what they do at the trade deadline or in the off season. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed, love y'all, stay good, peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.